Welcome back to Seasmith. With Nacho firing on all cylinders and running like a dream, we're making the most of a gap in the weather to find ourselves a fish dinner.
One beautiful fillet.
I've captured every step from line to plate, so buckle up and let's hit the waves.
Hello, welcome back to the Seasmith channel. You join me out here on a gorgeous Dorset coastline right now. I've got the cooker with me. I've got two rods set up, one for bass, one for mackerel. I haven't had dinner. It's gone 7 PM and I am hungry. And I've also got some squid rigs. So join me, let's see what we can catch. I need some dinner. We've already had quite the debacle, I can't lie. I got to the boat, no battery. Battery was dead, absolutely flat as a pancake. Luckily, a kind neighbour managed to charge me up and get me out on the water. Otherwise, tonight would have been stuffed. But I'm very fortunate. Conditions-wise, I just saw another massive fish jump out of the water. Well, genuinely, I just saw that. Yeah, we've got a bit of an onshore wind, so we're not sure. The conditions are probably going to be a little swelly, although we are coming up to slack tide. So we're going to just motor out. We're about halfway through Christchurch Harbour now. Temperature-wise and like kind of conditions-wise, looking up, it's beautiful. So there's no excuse not to get out on it. Right, we're going to try some drifts along this area here. Do you want a rod or you don't? You don't? Okay. Got your bait. Oh, where am I?
Yeah, I'm filming it.
This is the sign of a professional fisherman. Keeps the tackle box immaculate. I do need to get some good morning. I do need to get some lure reels, which are really handy because you can then put your feathers and your lines back on a reel and hook it on. It's obviously getting stabbed and keeps everything neat and tidy, but I don't have any. Just not having a rod. We found them! Oh, it's a good size mackie as well. Right, when you get one, always grab the weight if you can. That is the first fish on the middle of Lidl rod. First fish on Nacho officially, there's always been on my mum's boat. And what you can do, if you grab them, get hold of the hook, and it should slide out like that. There we have the first Nacho middle of Lidl mackerel. First of many. Right, so we caught the one mackerel. Happy with that. It's a bit swelly out here, a little bit choppy, a bit too much for Nacho to handle. So we're going to steam back in, back into the harbour where it's so much calmer, so much nicer because it's sheltered, it's inland. And we've got some halloumi wraps for Phoebe, and I'm having fish wraps, mackerel wraps for dinner. So we'll see you back in there.
Conditions got a heap load more comfortable in the shelter of the harbour, so we found a nice spot to anchor for our evening cook-up. Back in the harbour, guys, now. I'm just going to fillet the mackerel that we caught earlier. The first thing I like to do is just rinse off the fish a little bit. It's been sat in a nice box for about 15 minutes now, 20 minutes if that, so it's about as fresh as they come. Now I did dispatch it as soon as I got it. I tend not to let them just kind of you know, sit on the deck of the boat or whatever, put them out of their misery straight away. It's just a nice way of doing it. So yeah, when it comes to dispatching them, all I did was take a knife just to the top of the head there, straight into the back of the head, into the brain, and it puts them out of the misery straight away, which is the most humane way to do it. There are a few other ways to do it, but that's how I do it. So first thing to do, there's a few different ways to fillet a fish. Same way there's a few ways to skin a cat, but that's a bit more of a horrible saying, I think. First thing I do is knife there, straight into the belly cavity, into the bottom, and run along. Now my knife isn't the best, but it'll do the job. And if you take that all the way up to there, as you can see, and then knife, don't want to lose that. From there you can just take out all the innards. Now some people do like to bleed the fish first, and there's a few different ways you can do that. I don't normally bother, personally. So we just give that a rinse. One last check. Make sure you got everything out. Bit of a weight coming through now, just the boats that go past. Okay, there we have nice. It's a good sized mackerel. I'm really pleased with this actually. I only caught the one. We're only out there probably fishing for about 20-30 minutes. So I'm pleased to get one good sized one. This will feed me well tonight. Okay, so next thing, just going to move down here. Next thing that you want to do, just behind the kind of fin here on the side, in behind it, it's good to have a nice sharp knife. If you've got a proper fish filleting knife, that's ideal. I don't have one at the moment, but this is just a basic kitchen knife. It's actually quite blunt. I do have a knife sharpener, but I don't think I've used it on this for quite a while now. But you want to just go in behind the fin there, down, until you kind of feel it hit a bit more resistance, turn the blade, and then cut. Keep the pressure down. You'll feel the kind of like spine. You want to just go along the spine there to get the most of the meat. All the way along the edge, down to the back. And grip the fish here. Carry on cutting through. And there. That is one beautiful fillet. Next, just flip the fish over. Back in behind that fin. Same again, down to the centre, turn the knife, and this is where, if I have a sharp knife, it'd be a lot easier. Run it down the fish, again hold up here. God, this knife is really cool. And you can see, could have done a better job with a better knife, but there we go. And I'll keep the carcass. That all going to be used for, I have some lobster pots that I've got hold of, and that will go inside there, and hopefully we can turn that into a lobster. But you're not finished from there, so I'll show you on this one. Put that one to the side. So what you'll have is some bones along here. If you run your finger down the centre of your fillet, if you've cut one, you'll feel all these little ridges. And what you can also sometimes feel is the ribs here. So really easy way to get rid of these. Again, get your knife. And let's start from up here. Just kind of start to the side. What you're trying to do here is just cut 2 lines either side, and then you can pinch it and peel it out, and the whole thing should come out. Again, a good knife here is helpful. You don't want to go all the way through, you just want to cut down to the skin. And same again the other side. And this does help if you don't have wet hands. And a tip is actually, if you put a bit of salt on your hands, which I don't have, it'll really help you grip that. You see there, now that I've got that, I can peel that all the way back. And that, the centre spine completely gone. That you can, again, keep for bait or whatever. With a little bit of that, I'm not going to bother, so I'm going to discard that. Little present for the seagulls. So that is the centre spine gone. I actually cut it probably a bit too thicker than I needed to, but it'll do. And then with the ribs, same thing, you can just shave those off. Oh, it's going to be easier if I don't lean over and do this. Like so. There we go. Discard those. And there we have a boneless mackerel fillet. Ready for the cooker. So we've got some garlic butter. I haven't tried it this way, but I made some garlic butter with some mixed herbs. And I'm just gonna plonk my mackerel in that. You don't normally need like oil and stuff because it's just an oily fish anyway, but I thought, more flavour, why not? Yeah. Always cook your mackerel skin side down, by the way. It's looking good, smelling amazing too. I can smell the mackerel, I can smell the garlic. And look at that for a view. Check out the crispy skin on that. That is exactly what you want. This is going to be delicious. And a random pepper. I'm going to put these in a wrap. And yeah, chow down. Garlic butter mackerel with a beautiful sunset like that. Marks. So we're just going to soak up the last of this setting sun. I've polished off that mackerel wrap, which was absolutely delicious. Yeah, it was so tasty. Really enjoyed that. And again, always satisfying when it's you go out to sea, catch your own food, and then get to enjoy it. And it's healthy, so yeah, good all round. So we're going to head back. We've got low tide coming in now over the next hour or so, so we need to get back to our mooring. So we'll have a slow, steady cruise back. It only takes about 15 minutes, and yeah, then head home. But I hope you found it entertaining. If that's why you're watching, I hope you found it kind of insightful. If you're looking for tips on how to catch mackerel, how to go boating, how to do any of the stuff that I do, you know, I learned most of my stuff through YouTube and watching others, so always keen to share that back out as well. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, but for now, until next time.